Okay, so in previous sessions, like we have seen, okay, what are the admin concepts, and then so we have also seen like how to work with like data import wizards. So in under these like data migrations, so we have started working on, and we have seen like data import wizard, like how it works. And okay, so when we will be using this, so if we have like bulk data, so if I want to upload to Salesforce to a record level, okay, so if I want to just create multiple data like 50,000 records, like max 50,000 records only we can create. So with this data import wizard, and which is okay ready-made tool, so which is given by Salesforce, we just need to go to setup and you have to just search for like data import wizard so that we can just okay get that information. And likewise, there are like easy 3 steps we can just do that. So if I want to just do that, like we need to go with a CSV file. So we need to have a CSV file. We have also seen like how to create that CSV file, and these are the steps. Okay, if I want to just do like data import, the pre-step would be, so prepare your data for import. Okay, so that will be like CSV format, you have to create data. And the second, okay, so which method like you want to do, like import, okay, export, or like what method, okay, so you want to do like insert or update, upsert, like this we have to select. And then okay, edit field mapping, and in this step itself, like you have to just select the object also, for which object you want to do this stuff. Okay, whether it is for like account or contact, or it is for like payment, doctor, like for which object like you want to import data from other, okay, from third parties, like or from Excel, okay, CSV file. So and then okay, we have to just map. So we will be having in that CSV, so we'll have all columns, like multiple columns, and we have to map those columns to the Salesforce object. Okay, so that like it will be mapping, and it like means it will be taking okay information from that XLV CSV, and then okay, that will be updating to Salesforce via those fields. Okay, so we have to do that field mapping, and lastly we have to just review, okay, how many, so whether like everything is fine. Okay, so if everything is good, like we have to just start import. So these are the like 3 simple steps we will be going, 3 or 4 steps. Okay, so this is how like we will be doing it. Okay, so let's quickly just jump into, yeah, like this. Okay, so it will be just showcasing total, okay, how many fields like we were using, and out of which like how many are unmapped. You have to just go over there and you have to see, okay, so what is happening with this. Like if it is a auto number format or a formula field or something, okay, it will automatically okay, it will automatically like map. So if other than that, like we have to map it. So if you are giving like same label, same name, so it will by default it will be choosing it, but we have to just confirm, okay, before doing this. So let's quickly, okay, do the activity like previously we have also tried. So we have created like multiple records, but I think we got some errors. So it will also check the validations. Okay, if you are like doing any kind of data within this system, either from okay manually or from automated, so it will just check the validations as well. So we have to be clear, okay, so what type of validations we may come. So we have to just okay reduce all those validations, and then okay, so the data, the final format should be given to the user, okay, so that like they can just upload the data. So in like business scenarios, like we have to do that way. So first we have to test, and then okay, so this will be tested in UAT environment again. Okay, so for that, like they have to have a proper format. Okay, so with sample data also, so that we need to provide to the user, so that user can okay so easily like he can just update the data with their labels and all. So then it will be updated successfully. Okay, so we have also, I guess, like we have created some data. Sure. So you guys are able to see my screen, right? Yeah, if you can see, okay, so we have given like, okay, so there's many, so there's many labels, okay, or fields, I could say. This is one field, second field, third field, likewise. So this is not required anyways. This is auto number, I guess, okay, for the payment object, so which is auto number. Okay, so by default, like if you are not giving anything, so by default, like when you're giving at field level, okay, so if you have just selected true or false, so that will be taken. So and these are the IDs. Okay, previously like what we were trying. So we were just trying. Okay, some names. Names it will not be considered. So it will consider only IDs, and even like we have given IDs, but that ID so which should not cross like 15 digits. So it should have like only 15 length. So if we are using like CSV format, so we have used like 18 digits IDs. So from where like we can get ID. So if you just click that okay record, so you can just okay identify this is the ID. So we have to use if it is 15 that is fine. I think okay. So we have queried from the backend. So from developer console. So if you have just queried from developer console, you will be getting like 18 digits ID. Okay, so this let's consider okay. So this is the query. I'm just okay executing it. So there are like total okay 14 records as such. Okay, 14 records are there. So out of this like 14 records, we can also just segregate okay by writing like where clause all. So we have seen that. And let me just take this ID. So if I just want to, sorry, this one. So I have to just connect this to patient, right? So this is the lookup. So patient lookup, and if you can see here, like there are total, okay, so 18 digits, like 3, 6, 9. Okay, likewise total 18 digits which are having. So if you just copy this, like if you are just trying to okay update this data, so it will throw an error. Okay, so it will not consider 18 digits. So we have to even like if you have like 18 digits, last 3 digits you have to remove. Okay, so then it will be considering like all this data. Okay, so if you have like this, so let me just quickly take one more. So 1C. So instead of like 1M, okay, so I'm just making this 2MC. This AAC. So it should have like only 15 digit. So it will only allow 15 digits data. Okay, so this is ID like patient info ID. So this is like parent ID I'm passing. Okay, so like this, and if you are just giving this information, it will not consider. It will be like taking as a blank only. So it will not understand. So what the data it is. Okay, so right now, if you can see like total 5 and total records how many? Total 11 records. Out of 11 records, like we have given only 5 IDs, and I think okay, which is a required one also. So if you don't give okay this information, so it will throw an error. So let's see okay how quickly okay we can just finish this, and we can show how many records like it will be creating, and we will also see okay how many errors like we will okay we can see on this data. Let's quickly okay save this. So better okay. So if you're just saving it, save in a like CSV format. Save as. Click on save as. Quickly save as. Yeah, it's already CSV format. That's fine. Okay, so I have said like fifth one. So fifth one, the latest one. So we have to just upload the data. So now, okay, go to setup. So what we need to type here like data import wizard and a data management. So if you can see like launch, okay, so launch widget, you have to click, and then so we'll have okay all these steps like total 3 or 4 steps we will be getting. Okay, so the first step is like choose data, and we have to select the object for which object okay we want to do this activity, and this is for like payments. And okay, so this is for insert. Okay, right now like we are doing insert operations, so we don't need to bother about this right now. So choose that file, CSV file. So this is the latest CSV file. Okay, so fifth one. And next step, okay, so it will be just start asking for mapping. Anyways, okay, name is auto number, so no need to map this. So okay, so it will not consider even like if you map it. So the second is okay, like is patient required, so everything is fine, we just need to cross check. Okay, so while doing this activity you have to cross check everything, all is good, I guess. Okay, so you can also see like for which object and what is the operation like we are doing and what is the CSV file like we are using for this. Okay, and total mapped fields how many and unmapped fields. So this is the name, okay, which is auto number. This is name, okay, which is an auto number. So we can skip this, no issues, and start import. So we'll be getting one job ID. Okay, you can see like how many failed or how many success. Okay, total is 11, and out of which like records failed 7. That means only 4 records got succeed. Okay, only 4 records. View result. Click on view result. Like you can see, okay, how many records like or what records have been succeeded, have been failed. Okay, like this. So total, these are okay. These are all the total records. Total 11 records. Out of which like the first one, so which got created ID also. This is the ID. Okay, which we can see within the system. So if we just okay select this, if I want to check, okay, so this ID like how we can check within Salesforce, how we can check, anyone can tell me. So if I want to check that ID, okay, so after like dot com, okay, so salesforce.com, so forward slash, you have to mention that ID, simply refresh it. Okay, so you can see that ID, that record information here. So this is the payment, okay, HPay 000025, which got created just now. You can see, okay, when it is created. So when it is created, okay, so who created this? So eTechnos batch 21, which is created, okay, at what time? Like 1912. Okay, so on this day, like which is in a different date format, so that is why like it is showcasing. So it is a different time zone, okay, which is a different time zone. And this is the data, okay, which we created just now. Okay, so likewise, if you can see the other status. So if you can open this, okay, so copy paste after.com. So if you want to just check, okay, you can check from here, or you can also query it from developer console. Okay, so this is blank. What it is saying, like it is saying custom validation. So is patient required? So when, okay, patient master detail is selected. Okay, we have given one validation, so it is firing that validation. So okay, so it is showcasing that it should be true. Okay, but we have given false. Okay, so that is why it is not picking up this record. So it is throwing an error. And next, okay, so for all this, so it is saying like required field is missing. Required fields are missing. Like which field it is? Patient info. So patient info, which is a master detail, right? We have created. So it is a mandatory, or we can also control from layout also. It will just say, okay, if anything like missing, whether it is a required, if it is a required. So if anything missing required fields, it will be showing like this. Total 11 records. Out of 11 records, only 4 records got succeeded. Remaining 7 got failed. Again, okay, we have to just modify the data accordingly, and we can just, okay, upload the information. Okay, if you want to just do it again, so what you have to do, we just need to copy any other, okay, so ID, maybe I'm just copying this ID to all of this. Okay, so with this, and so anyways, like you will be thrown one more error, because okay, if it is available, so it will also at validation level it will check these also. Okay, so they should also be true. They should also be true. They should also be true. So if you have not given also, like it will be by default true. We have given by default true, so that is also fine. If you don't mention also, that is fine, because by default it is taken true only. But okay, so if you have like by default false, then in that case it will throw an error, because it is a mandatory, right? So you can also just, okay, create some sort of any payment data date, and then okay, so payment mode, like you can just modify, and payment number likewise you can add, and save this. Let me just quickly save this as no CSV6, and okay, so save this and click on this, right? Okay, so now I want to just upload this. Go to again data import wizard. Okay, so which object, for which object, like payments. You can also try for okay other objects as well. So this is the file, okay, sixth file, and click on next. And you have to check the mapping. Everything is fine, I guess. Okay, so everything is good, and start import. Okay, so total you can see like total records failed is 0. That means all got succeeded. You can just see okay what is happening like here. So within this bulk job, okay, bulk data job you can see, and this is the view result. Okay, so if you want to just check okay their IDs, if you want to check their IDs, you have to click on this view result. Okay, so like which are recently created. Or second thing you can also do, so this is one way. See, all are true. Okay, so all are true means like everything is success. Okay, there is no error. So you can see here like all are, these are all the IDs. So you can just okay check one or two IDs. So how we can check that? Simply copy paste. If you can see here, okay, there are total 18 digits. Okay, so after created, like it is showcasing 18 digits, but okay, so when you are giving data, so it should be like 15 digits only. So you have to remember that. Okay, so it should be like having only 15 digits. And okay, so this is the new record like recently which okay which is created just now. So the number is like 29. Okay, so 29 from 29, I think okay till 32 or something. So these are all like new records which got created within system. Total 29 records. Okay, as such, like we have till okay 39. So from 29 to 39, I guess. Okay, total 11 records which got created just now. Okay, you can see all the information here. So now, okay, so what if okay if I want to just check all those records like which created today. So I just want to check only the okay created records today. We just need to write like where clause where created date. So there is something called okay created date which is a standard field. So this is a standard field. So created it. So which equals today. So if I just write like this, okay, so today, which is a function. So we have to mention like this today. Okay, so it will just check, okay, created date equal to today. So and then okay, it will showcase all the data. So which are created today. Okay, so usually like when you write Apex class, it should be method, but here like it can be like okay today only normal today. But in Apex like you have to mention this function. Okay, so anyways like it will be throwing error, so we can just check that, no issues. So created date equal to today. So you can see like how many records which created today. So 15. Actually like we created level only, right? But why 15 records it is showing here? Can anyone tell me? Just now we got like 11 records success, right? Are you guys with me? Hello, anyone saying anything? So I have written like where clause and I was just checking the data created date equal to today. And if you want to just check okay that whether it is created today or not, you can just add as a field here, comma, created date and execute it again. So you can see like created date also. Created date like it is showcasing 2020. So but actually we got just now okay we have seen only 11 records, right? We have just uploaded, but why it is showing like 15? Is someone creating data?
Maybe first iteration 4 got created, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, maybe that.
Exactly. So first time, okay, so what we have done, so we have uploaded twice, right? So first time like 4 records got succeeded, and second time, okay, so like 11 records got succeeded, total 15. All are created today only. So that is why like, okay, it is showcasing enter as a 15 reports. Okay, so what if like if you want to just check, okay, so based on their date, okay, so ascending order or descending order, that also we can just, okay, control here. So within this query, so where created date equal to today, if you just, okay, mention like descending, okay, DESC, so descending order, you have to mention like order by DESC, okay. So if you mention like, if you don't mention this, okay, by default it will consider, okay, so anyways like it will consider descending order only. But okay, so if you want to just confirm, like you have to just mention order by DESC, that means descending order. All these records like which will be displayed on a descending order mode, okay. So created date equal to today, not to descending order. Yeah, we have to mention that field name also. So order by created it and then descending order, okay. So if you can see like the times also you can see here, so it will be like descending order. So you can see, okay, so here like it is 231, 31, 31, and then okay, so 225, 25, and so 356 like that, okay. So which is on descending order, like, okay, if you want to just check ascending order, just mention ASC, okay, ascending order. So you can check these, okay. So likewise, you can just control data like how you want to display, how you want to, okay, so check that. So you can just check based on different field, okay, criteria, or you can just check like when it is created or when it is lost, modified, all these, okay, criteria like we can set up here. This meeting will be closed in under 10 minutes. We have to rejoin again. Okay, so this is how like we can just check the data, and okay, so how we can import the data. And now, okay, what we will be doing. So I guess, okay, this is fine for the insert operation. So now we will be doing, okay, other activity, something called update. Okay, so the first activity like which we have seen is only insert. So insert means like we have just imported data. And now we will see update. Okay, update operation. So update means like the data is already available. Now I want to update the data within Salesforce. Okay, how we can do? You can just, okay, go to like first record. You can just click edit, and okay, you can just change this like phone pay, and this number like it can be 5, and it can be something, okay, so instead of like 1,000, like it is like 11,800. So let me just quickly say it. So what happened here? So it updated accordingly, right? So the same, okay, it updated here like due to be paid is like 10,800. Okay, so it got updated, right? Like likewise, okay, if I want to do like bulk operation, so this is a like single one time only I can do this. But if I want to update, okay, so from bulk operation like till 50,000 records, so how we can do? Okay, so that we will be checking now. So the same Excel format we will be using, okay, to update the data. So now, okay, what I'll be doing, I'll get from 29, right? Like, okay, so from 29, last 11 records I'll be getting, okay, these IDs. And okay, so these IDs I'll be updating. Okay, so this data I want to update. So if I want to update this data, so I need to have this ID. Otherwise, okay, we cannot update this information within Salesforce. Okay, if you want to create data, you don't need to require, you don't need any, okay, required information. Only the data formats you have to check. Automatically, it will generate one ID. Okay, as like this. This is the ID which is provided by Salesforce, right? So this ID will be generated automatically. So within system, when you have given like proper data, the second, okay, if you want to update it, so if you just click edit, so you can see this is the ID, okay, you're updating, right? So this is the ID you are updating here. Okay, so if I want to update, I need to have that unique identity, okay, where I want to update. So for which data you are updating it. So that information I need. Okay, so if I want to update this, so I need to have an ID. Okay, without ID, we cannot update within Salesforce. And here, like if I want to do insert operation, do not require any SFDC ID. So SFDC will automatically generate one ID, unique ID. But if I want to do update, means okay, I want to just do some operation where I can update bulk data. So within a single click, okay. So there, if I want to update, I need to have Salesforce ID, okay. SFDC ID, we need it, okay. So we need SFDC ID to perform any kind of like update operation, okay. So that is from like normal. So this functionality on click of edit, or so if you are doing from coding also, you need to have that ID. So then only you can update it. So if you don't have that Salesforce ID, we cannot perform, okay, this update operation, right? So I think, okay, it is clear. Now we need to check from where we have to get that ID. Okay, so from where like we need to get that ID. So already we know how to write the query. Okay, from there like you can just simply query those records. Okay, how you can query. So this is okay, create order by created date ascending order, or you can just write like one more where created date equal to today. Okay, so this is the one, right? You can just, okay, I'm just copy pasting here for your reference. Okay, so this is the query I'm just using here. Like, okay, so if I query this, like what will, it will just, okay, showcase all the records like which are created today. So I can just, okay, get all the IDs also, right? Like here, these are all the IDs. Okay, so these are all the IDs of, okay, payment record. You can just copy. Okay, so I have just selected like shift, and then, okay, so I selected everything. Let me just try, maybe we cannot copy. Let me just check whether we can copy that. No, there is no copy here. Okay, so we have to go with like manually only, like one by one. So let me just check the 25, 26, 27. From 29, okay, I'm doing. So copy this 29. Or okay, second thing like we can also do. So we have already, okay, so that is the first thing. So from the query part, like we can just, okay, so do query and just we have to just select manually one by one. So that is one way. Or second, okay, we have already result, right? So result we have already got. So within this result, like if you can see, we have already ID. So you can just copy this ID. Okay, so you can utilize this ID, and based on this ID, you can update the information. Okay, so let's consider. So I have these IDs, like total 11 IDs I already have. So let me just copy this, and let me just quickly go to the previous format, the sixth format. Okay, so within this sixth format, okay, right now like we have all these fields, right? Like name, okay, so is patient required, patient info, all this. Okay, so if I want to update anything, so I need to have like one more. So that is something called insert copy. Says we need to have like one more, okay, column. So that is ID column. So this is ID. So these are all like field information. Additional, okay, ID we are passing. This is Salesforce ID. So we have to have this, okay, if I want to update. So if I want to perform like any update operation, so we need to have this, okay. So if I don't have that, like it will be considered that as a like new record only. So it will not update anything. Okay, so it will just consider or it will throw an error. So if you are just performing an operation, so if you are not mentioning okay any ID, so it will throw okay an error. So you can just remove this. I'm just giving only like 7 records. So these are all 7 records. And one more thing, okay, so we forgot is we have to remove. I think it is having like 18 digits. So it should have like only 15 digits. Okay, here like anyways, this name is not required. We cannot even okay, so update that information. So ID additionally I have added. So because I'm doing like I'm performing update operation for this is required. And anyways, okay, patient information which is also required. So I want to update like payment date. Payment date for all these records. I want to update like today's date. So 20. Okay, to all of them like I just want to. Okay, all these like payment dates in one time. Okay, all will be updated with so 20 only. And for all of them also like okay, I want to just manage with cash only right now. Okay, just put okay all to cash only. So just okay cross verify. I'm just updating all records with a single data. Okay, so that like we can easily track also. Okay, I'll add like one more query so that okay we can easily track as well. So this meeting will be closed in 1 minute.